Welcome to the 90-Day Lock-In, our main character era. This is where discipline meets destiny. I'm your host, Kayla Vine. I love it here, and so will you. Let's lock it in. I release every belief that says I can't. I embrace the audacity to believe I can and the discipline to prove I will. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. Today, I want to talk about something incredibly powerful that can truly help you when your motivation dips, a visual mind map. But first, we need to discuss these resources that are available to you, but we don't use them. These resources are your secret weapons. First up, we've got the habit tracker. Think of it as your daily scorecard, a place to celebrate those small wins and stay on track with your routines. Next, we have the goal setter. This is where we dream big and map out the steps to get there. Finally, we have the non negotiables, those daily must do's that keep us grounded and moving forward no matter what. So, the habit tracker. This is where we get real about our daily routines. Start by listing the habits you want to build and think small, like drinking a glass of water in the morning or reading for 15 minutes before bed. Each day, check off those habits as you complete them. Seeing that progress will keep you motivated. Now, let's talk about goals. We're not just dreaming big, we're making a plan. Use the SMART method: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Break down those big goals into smaller, actionable steps and celebrate each milestone along the way. Finally, we have the non negotiables. These are the daily must do's that keep us grounded and moving forward no matter what. They might be things like a morning workout, a healthy meal, or a few minutes of mindfulness. These are the things you commit to doing every single day, no exceptions. Now, let's talk about something we all face: limiting beliefs. And in order for us to move on to the main topic today, mind mapping, we have to discuss limiting beliefs. Now, what are limiting beliefs? Those are the stories we tell ourselves that holds us back. Maybe it's I'm not good enough or I always fail. They're like mental roadblocks that keeps us from getting our full potential. Common limiting beliefs often revolve around self-doubt, fear, or failure, or feeling undeserving of success. The first step is simply recognizing these beliefs for what they are: just thoughts, not facts. All right, now let's talk about where those limiting beliefs come from. Sometimes they stem from negative experiences in our past. Maybe a time we tried something new and it didn't go well. Other times, they're influenced by the people around us. Like if we hear negative comments about ourselves or about our abilities. And yeah, societal factors like racism and sexism can definitely play a role in shaping those beliefs. So, societal influences on limiting beliefs can be pretty powerful. Think about how stereotypes in media or even casual comments from people around us can shape how we see ourselves and what we think we're capable of. These messages can really sink in and create those mental roadblocks we were talking about. It's important to recognize that society often perpetuates limiting beliefs to maintain the status quo. Just think about it. If everyone believed in their full potential, the systems in place might not function in the same way. But here's the thing: those limitations aren't real. As a kid, we're told we can achieve anything we dream of. And that's absolutely true. When we pursue our goals, we need to do it with that same fearless mentality. Think about the Wright brothers. Back in the early 1900s, everyone thought flying machines were impossible.
I knew no good would come from city folk and their flying machines.
But they didn't let that stop them. They experimented, they failed, they learned, and eventually they achieved the impossible. That same spirit of innovation and determination is what drives progress, even today. And let's talk about someone a little more relatable. Let's talk about Madam C.J. Walker. Born into a family of sharecroppers, she became the first self made female millionaire in America by creating hair care products for Black women. She was a brilliant entrepreneur and philanthropist, and her story reminds us that with enough determination, anything is possible. Now, a quick side note about my girl, Madam CJ Walker. She actually launched her hair care product business right here in St. Louis. And get this, even though there was another highly successful hair care product on the market, she did not let that stop her. She elevated her own product and built an empire. Now, the movie might suggest that she stole the formula, but that's not the point. The point is, she didn't let anyone stop her. Now, I love me some Madam CJ Walker, and nobody can make me hate her. Remember, Madam CJ Walker had the audacity to become a millionaire. She had no limiting beliefs, and she didn't let anything hold her back. Shoot, child, not even grand larceny. But for real, don't let anyone tell you that your dreams are out of reach. Now, back to what we were discussing. I want to discuss the concept of manifestation in the Christian community. Because on this episode, we're going to dig deep into what manifestation is. And simply put, manifestation is a type of prayer. Many people mistakenly associate manifestation with witchcraft or New Age practices, but that's simply not true. Manifestation is essentially the act of setting an intention, aligning your energy, and asking God or the universe for what you deserve, much like prayer. When you pray, you visualize your desired outcome and align yourself with it. And that's precisely what manifestation is: speaking your truth, believing it, and moving towards it. This distinction is crucial because sometimes we feel guilty for wanting more or for visualizing our dreams. But when we visualize, pray, and set intentions, we are actively participating in creating the life God has intended for us. Manifestation isn't separate from faith. It's a tool to focus your faith, energy, and actions on the life you are called to live. There are different methods to manifesting. One powerful technique is visualization. It's about creating a vivid mental image of your desired outcome. Imagine it in detail. What does it look like, feel like, smell like? The more real you can make it in your mind, the more powerful it becomes. Another tip is to use affirmations. These are positive statements that reinforce your desires. For example, instead of saying, I want to be successful, you could say, I am successful. It's about speaking as if your desires are already a reality. As a man thinketh, so is he. Practicing gratitude is another key aspect of manifesting. Focus on appreciating what you already have in your life. This shifts your mindset from one of abundance and attracts more positive experiences. You could keep a gratitude journal or simply take a few moments each day to reflect on what you're thankful for. One of the biggest misconceptions about manifesting is that it's all about sitting around and waiting for things to happen. Blessings are not just going to fall on your lap. That is not what manifesting is. In reality, it involves taking inspired action. This means following your intuition, pursuing opportunities that align with your goals, and putting in the effort to make things happen. Faith without works is dead. Manifestation without action is just wishful thinking. And prayer without faith is just a daydream. It all tracks. Now, let's get to the mind mapping. Mind mapping is similar to vision boarding, but this isn't your typical pen and paper and glue version. Instead, we're talking about combining Pinterest images, affirmations, and a song that deeply resonates with you. It's like your vision board has a music video. We'll explore how this approach connects with your subconscious, your brain, and even your spiritual energy. Now, the mind map itself, the concept is straightforward yet powerful. You start with your main goal at the center, such as complete my 90-day lock-in or manifest my dream life. Then you collect images that visually represent that goal, visuals that make you feel the energy of it already being real. Pair these images with songs that uplifts you, a song that makes you feel like, yes, I got this. And you know what? Life is kind of like a mind map, huh? The images you see every day, the conversations you hear, the environment you live in, it's all creating a visual future in your subconscious mind. If all you can envision for yourself is doubt and limitations, then your subconscious will seek and experience the limits and doubts you are harboring. Your subconscious mind isn't your critic, it's your co pilot. If all you envision for yourself is doubt, you've just handed it the map. It will then actively seek out every red light, every detour, every reason to prove that you are right. It doesn't create the limits, it just finds the ones you told it to look for. Let's delve a little bit deeper into the subconscious aspect. When you expose yourself to images of your goals, your brain starts processing them as if they are already real. Your subconscious begins to believe them, and once it does, it starts guiding your actions towards that reality, sometimes without you even consciously realizing it. This is why visuals are so vital in a mind map. It's like telling your brain, this is the version of me that's possible, and this is the version I'm stepping into today. And here's a little something extra that's both wild and effective: the kaleidoscope concept in your mind map. I like to include a mini kaleidoscope video or image at the beginning and end of my mind map. Why? Because kaleidoscopes train your brain to notice patterns, shift perspectives, and activate creativity. Your mind literally starts thinking in possibilities rather than limits, and your subconscious begins to accept new realities as achievable. So, when you're watching your mind map, the first and last 10 seconds could feature a moving kaleidoscope. It's like a subtle but powerful brain hack that primes your mind for manifestation and prayer. I've actually created my own mind map, and I love to share it with you. It's on my Instagram, and it features all of my goals, affirmations, visuals, and the song I've been vibing with for this 90-day lock in. Seeing it every day keeps me aligned, reminds me why I started, and honestly keeps me motivated. So, if you want to see what that looks like, follow me on my Instagram. It's like a visual blueprint of my manifestation process, and it might give you some ideas for your own. Here's a quick tip for creating yours: start with your main goal and then think about other categories like mindsets, daily habits, affirmations, and resources. You want to screenshot these pictures and compile them into a video. You might want to add things like fitness. That's crazy, you guys. I'm in the midst of recording and something just popped up saying small YouTubers do not quit. So after this video, I'm going to read it. And you know why? Because I've been manifesting. And why? When I'm talking about manifesting, something like this pops up. I'm a small time YouTuber, you guys, and I don't do this full time. I do it in my spare time and I love doing it, but this content is not monetized. This is simply for myself to hold myself accountable and so that you guys can make it on your journey and on your way. I am on a lifelong spiritual journey and I just don't want to go it alone. So I'm hoping to meet other like minded individuals so that we can complete this journey of life together. And how crazy is it that I am recording and I was just thinking of ways that I can access or put this podcast on a platform like YouTube for a visual, and that was my sign. So thank you so much to God, to the universe, to my creator for giving me that nice little subtle piece of encouragement. Let's get back to the show. So here's a quick tip for creating yours. Start looking for images about your main goal, then branch out with categories like mindset, daily habits, affirmations, and resources. You want to screenshot those pictures because what you are going to do is come up with a video, almost like a photo dump. If you don't know how to edit, that's okay, neither did I. You can use CapCut, the free edition, and there are plenty of templates you can choose from. Some other things you might want to put on there is fitness goals, meal prep, 30-minute workouts, stretching, or if you have things that you want to accomplish and achieve, like money goals, you can put words like abundance, gratitude, financial research, or money affirmations. The sky's the limit, and no two mind maps are the same. So have fun with it. Remember, your mind map isn't static, it grows with you. The more detailed, visual, and musical it is, the more your subconscious starts to accept this new reality as your normal. That's the magic of combining intention, visualization, and sensory input. And don't forget about the kaleidoscopes. That's your brain activation bonus. So, your challenge for this week is to create your own mind map. Use Pinterest for your images, choose your empowering song, and perhaps add those kaleidoscope clips at the beginning and end. Watch it daily, whether in the morning, at night, or any time your energy dips. Your subconscious is always listening, always learning, and always guiding your actions towards this new version of you. To wrap this up, remember, manifestation is truly prayer in action. It's about aligning your energy, your thoughts, and your actions with the life you are called to live. Your mind map is a tool to make that prayer visible, felt, and actionable. God, our Creator, our Father, the universe, they are all conspiring for you to give you a hope and a future. All we got to do is get aligned. So get aligned, stay visual, and remember, manifestation is seeing it, feeling it, and becoming it. Enjoy the journey. You have the vision, you have the mindset, and now you have the map. The time for waiting is over. Let's make this happen. To download the listener guide and get those powerful 8 AI prompts, head over to my website, which is listed in the description. Have you heard? There's a community. If you want to connect with like-minded individuals, please join us on our Instagram at our_main_character_energy, or just take a look at my description to join my Instagram group. And don't forget to subscribe right now so you don't miss out on any future episodes. Let's make the next 90 days the most impactful of your life. Go build your empire. I'll see you at the top.